Welcome to the test Hypothesis Rising. I believe this is the sequel to the test. I believe it's the second game in, I think it's like 3 games when it comes to the actual test series. I didn't realize it was a series. But I think this is the second game to it. I think this is the second one to it. Before experiencing the test Hypothesis Rising, it is highly recommended that you're playing its prequel, The Test, first before venturing into this experience. Yes, this is the sequel right after it. You will stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played The Test first, and the examination will also make a bit more sense, as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I would like you to urge to go and play the test now before venturing forward and follow the instructions listed throughout the game, as you will certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the tests in order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close the game now, and so you can have the opportunity to play the test first? You will not get a chance to exit the game until the experience is over if you choose to continue now. I've already played the test. Wonderful news. We can continue. Same setting, just a different person. Hello, and welcome to my office. It's truly a pleasure to see you here today. Please excuse the mess. I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves life's tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this, you might be asking? Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you're going to answer them with 100% entire honesty. When I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to be... You want to do something so bold as to tempt fate by lying, would you? Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth or not, I'll know. That's another story. Let's be moving, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing. Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel lend the most desirable human traits within ourselves. Sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't always have desirable traits as humans. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may make you. Now it's time to get into the real meat of this experience. It's time for you to get the advice that you desire. As you read questions and scenarios during this process, I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at the answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced a scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have to try and assume how you might feel in that situation. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to overcoming the next hurdle in your life. We're going to start with some basic easy questions. If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taken to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it's far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do, do not rush this process. Time is your best friend here. You will see what I mean soon enough. Here, I'm going to turn this down just slightly. I don't know what that said. You feel uncomfortable right now? Slightly. But yes. Are you nervous? Yes. You feel cold? No, I'm actually very hot. You feel sad? Not really. Have you ever hurt someone because you were hurting, even though they didn't deserve it? Lots of times. Do you crave acceptance by others? Yes. Have you ever lost a loved one? Many. You know what heartbreak feels like? I do. You believe in demons? I do. Do you believe in curses? I do. You consider yourself to be spiritual? I have to say yes. I Hold on, let me look up the exact definition of like spiritual. Relating to affecting the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. Not necessarily, not really. So no. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes. If there was undeniable proof that a ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? Depends on the circumstance. But obviously that circumstance has to come to mind. If it was an evil one, no, I wouldn't. But I'd like to think the spirit that is haunting my home would be good. I'd say yes. Have you ever seen an object mysteriously move without being touched? Yes. Believe that it's possible for a game to summon supernatural forces in your life without you knowing it? Not really, honestly. Would you like to make more friends? I'd always like to make more friends, but I never really need them, you know? I would always like it. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I would. Feel lonely a lot of the time, yes. Talk to me. You make friends easily? No, not at all. You tend to avoid drama where possible? Not really. Look, I'm a very curious person. When I hear about drama, I tend to get curious about it. I don't actively seek out drama, but when I do hear drama, I get curious. So to say I avoid it is no. Have you ever had a near-death experience? Yes. You like horror movies? Yes. This is all very interesting. Have you played The Test? I have. That's the spirit. Have you played the horoscope? No. Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything. Someone remember that for me. The horoscope. Do you watch porn? Give or take, every now and then. Not a whole lot, but yes, I do watch it. Would you consider yourself to be a hard worker? Yes. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? Very much so. Would you consider yourself to be a confident person? No, I really wouldn't consider myself to be a confident person. Even though I've been told I give off like a confidence vibe, I don't consider myself personally confident. I don't. I feel like there's a lot that I could do to be better. And I'm never 100% sure. I wouldn't say never, but I'm hardly ever like 100% sure about myself. So no, not really. Would you help an old lady cross the street even if you were running late for an appointment? Sure. Did you kill all of your neighbors' pets just to save one of your own? Yes. Have you ever tried to smother yourself with a pillow to see if you could actually suffocate yourself? I can't say that I have. I didn't know. I wonder how many people actually said yes to this question. Me personally, no. I've never actually done that. Have you ever been caught dancing when you thought no one was watching? Probably, but none that I know of. So I'm going to say... I want to say yes because I'm sure I've been caught before. And I just don't know about it. I'm going to say yes. Have you ever tried to roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd really get stuck? Yes, I have. Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on someone? No, actually, I don't. Are you live streaming right now? Yes, actually. Hello there, audience. Are you recording this gameplay session right now? I'm not recording it, but I will, however, be posting it on YouTube nonetheless. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? I mean, there's a possibility you're in chat. I mean, there's always a possibility. So, yes. If you left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does this bother you? No, not at all. If you've left a comment for me, does it make you feel positive that I paid attention to what you've taken the time to write? Yes, it does, actually. You understand that no matter what, I appreciate you. I did not, but I appreciate it. I really do. Are you afraid of snakes? I don't particularly have a fear of them. Do you believe in magic? I do. Have you cried in the last month? Yes, I have. Do you have a hero? Yes, I do. Do you typically learn from your mistakes? Typically. Sometimes it takes me fucking up once or twice. However, I will learn from my mistake, whether it be the first time or the third time that I've made a mistake. I do eventually learn from it. It really just depends on how bad the mistake is. You enjoy outdoor activities? Not really. Do you consider yourself to be lazy? Very much so. Do you sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated? All the fucking time. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? Yes. Would your family and friends describe you as kind? I would hope so. My mother probably wouldn't so much right now, but I would hope so. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? No, I haven't. Have you ever been cheated on in a relationship? If I have, I don't know about it. I don't believe so. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? Yes. I see. Are you a hero to someone else? I don't think so. Not that I've been told. And I don't want to... I don't want to take anyone's words for granted. So I very easily could. Yes? Alright. Do you love animals? I fucking love animals. Have you ever found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make shit real awkward? I've actually never downloaded Tinder. Yeah. Me neither. Do you enjoy drinking alcohol? I enjoy drinking it. I do not enjoy getting drunk. Are you intoxicated right now? No. Well, that makes one of us. You like the phrase sneaky snake? Sneaky snake. Yeah, I do. Are these questions a bit strange to you? A little bit, but I like it. You have a vivid imagination. I would like to think so. You feel uncomfortable in large social settings? Very much so. You consider yourself to be antisocial? All the fucking time. Do you hold a grudge for long periods of time? Like I said in the first game, I would like to consider myself, I would like to think that I don't hold grudges, but in reality, the more I think about it, I do hold grudges. I do hold grudges a lot. And it's a very, very bad thing to do. I should let stuff roll off my back a lot more than I do, but I do. Have you ever urinated in public? Yes. You like pineapple on your pizza? No. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? I wouldn't consider myself to be selfish. There's probably a lot of other people that do, but me personally, I wouldn't consider myself to be selfish. Do you think you've got a big ego? I believe I can. There's a lot of times where I believe that. There's a lot of times where I truly believe that I can have a big ego. Would you consider yourself kinky? Sure. Have you ever masturbated into... That I have not done. Well, then you can't be that kinky. All right, listen here, bud. Would you consider yourself to be religious? Not at all. Would you consider yourself to be temperamental? I used to be. I used to be very temperamental. I used to lose my temper all the fucking time, but I really calmed down a lot. If you had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't deserve it, would you do it? If I had to kill someone to save my own life, but I knew they didn't deserve it, would I do it? Neither of us deserve to die. Neither me nor the other person that I would have to kill deserves to die. But that's not what the question is asking. The question is whether I would kill them to save my own skin, even if I knew they didn't deserve it. Imagining it, I'm thinking this other person has people they care about. They have people that care about them, that check up on them regularly. Maybe a wife, maybe some kids, a girlfriend, family that cares about them deeply. If I knew that taking that life away, if I knew that taking that person's life away would result in everyone else having to go through the pain of dealing with someone they loved. Shit. Because then I'd have to think about my own family, and I'd have to think about the people that actually care about me. Would I be okay? Knowing they don't deserve it, I don't think I could live with myself. Even if everybody else forgave me, even if his entire family forgave me, even if the people around me forgave me for it. I don't think I could willingly kill somebody that didn't deserve to die to save my own skin. I think it would legitimately drive me insane. I don't think I'd be able to handle it. To know that I killed somebody that didn't deserve it just to save my own ass. I don't think I could. Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? Yes. Even more interesting. Have you ever been inside of a burning building? Actually, no. I have not been inside of a burning building. Have you ever been to a funeral? Yes. Multiple. You could attend your own funeral before you died. Would you take the opportunity to do so? I don't think I would. I think it would hurt too much to see everybody there. And to see everybody hurt. I probably wouldn't. If you could see into the future, but you were told that it would only reveal the absolute worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? Yes, absolutely. 100%. Because then I also have the possibility of changing that outcome. He says I can look into the future. He doesn't say that I can't change it. 100%. If you have the power to stop time, would you use it to do something you know you shouldn't do? Probably. Honest to God, if I had the power to stop time, I would probably end up like robbing a bank or something. Like I'd probably end up like using that power to obtain as much money as possible. Because then not only could I use that money to not only take care of myself and my family for as long as I needed to, but I could also donate as well to charities and funds that need the money a lot. So yeah, I probably would. You had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again. Would you use it? If I had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you use it? I would. Mainly because I would probably end up using it to take out like a serial killer who hasn't been caught yet and is at like 20 victims or something. But I told you that I understand you better than you understand yourself. Would you believe me? Probably. If someone threatened to kill you, would your first response be to react in violence? Yeah. That's natural for humans. If someone threatens to kill you, your first response is to defend yourself and to react violently. You see all of this stuff on TV and everything where it's like, oh, this person reacted with like compassion and helpfulness and he gave him a hug and everything and this, that, and the other, but that's not their first response. In their brain, their first response is survival, safety. He's threatening to kill me. I need to defend myself as much as I possibly can. It takes someone who is experienced to be able to not only comprehend that, but to completely process it, keep it in the back of their mind, and look for another solution. It takes someone experienced to be able to do that. Because humans' first nature is survival. For someone to threaten your life and you to not react with violence immediately shows just how experienced you are. So, yes. My first response would probably be to react with violence. Granted, I've had experience myself, but I've always reacted with violence, so I don't see it. I don't think I would change. Excuse me. The stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction. Would you forgive them if they apologized to you? I mean, yeah. Because there's a difference between forgiveness and letting someone into your life, you know? Forgiving someone is completely different. You can forgive them for stealing from you, but still not allow them in your life. So, yeah. If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? Yes, I have done that multiple times. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? Sure. Tastes like ass, but sure. You woke up tomorrow and none of your family remember who you were. Would you choose to leave and start a new life? No, I don't think I could do it. If a homeless man was clearly sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? Yeah. If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset with them? No. No one got hurt. Everybody's okay. There's no reason to be upset with them. Have you looked for any hidden meanings for messages within these questions? I can't say that I have. Maybe you should have been. Are you wondering if there's a deeper meaning to all of this other than just simply answering question after question? Yes. Miracles happen every day. You agree? I do agree that miracles happen. I don't know about every day. A miracle is a miracle no matter how small it is. So yeah, actually. I would say that miracles do happen every day, no matter how small the miracle itself is. So yeah. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around and you don't mind getting rained on. I've hardly ever used an umbrella. Red is a prettier color than pink, do you agree? They're basically the same fucking thing to me. There's like slight difference. I mean, yeah, sure. You ever feel like a plastic bag blowing in the wind? Yes. Eating in front of people can be awkward. Do you agree? Not really. Rings used as a ceremonial wedding gift are so outdated. Do you agree? No. I personally believe that the entire point of giving them a ring is to show loyalty, to show that you want to be with them for the rest of your life. It's not about whether it's outdated or about the fact that you think the gift is stupid. It doesn't need to be fancy, even though a lot of people want it to be fancy. Like for me, for example, I would be okay, like if I were to get proposed to, I wouldn't care what the ring was. It's more about them showing me their loyalty. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. You are the one I want. I want to stay with you. And I want to continue loving you through your mistakes. I think it's the It's the thought of it that counts, and a lot of people don't look at it that way nowadays. A lot of people look at it as, oh, he didn't get me a 24 karat diamond, he must obviously not love me enough. Because there's a lot of people that think that way. Do you realize that the first letter of the last 6 questions, when combined, spelled out the word murder? I did not. Do you know why that is? I do not. Does that make you slightly uncomfortable? Not really. Are you going to start paying closer attention to what you may have gotten yourself into? Not really. Do you realize it's too late to turn back now? I do now. I'm here. You hear someone in your room? Oh, I didn't mean to hit yes. Do you see the shadows closing in? No. You feel like you're being watched. Always. Did you look around your room a moment ago? In the camera, maybe? Yeah. Do you like long walks on the beach? I do enjoy long walks on the beach. Do you enjoy giving gifts to other people? I do. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? So many fucking times. You love your family more than you love yourself. By a long shot. You have a best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your friends. A best friend who's clearly better than the rest of your... No. I wouldn't say I have one best friend that's better than the rest. No. Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the coronavirus? Behind the virus itself, no. I believe there's like some kind of conspiracy behind parts of it. But the virus itself, no, it's a legitimate thing. Like it's legitimately killing people, so not really. Do you believe that you're human? I would like to think so. Ah, itch. If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible ever again once you decide to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? No. If you knew someone was about to rob a convenience store, but you knew they were doing it to feed their family, would you stop them? No. If you were stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you were both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about, would you share with them? Yes. There's no point in both of us starving to death. If you could turn into an eagle for 1 year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year had passed, would you do it? No. If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to the death using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? Yes, because if I die, I went out a legend. But if I live, I get riches and to say that I got to fight a fucking grizzly bear. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? Not even a chance. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? No. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake and the only way to save their life was to suck the venom out of their genitals, would you do it to save them? I guess. It's a very interesting question, brother, but like if it legitimately was to save their life and I wouldn't die, yeah, sure. Was that question difficult to answer? Not really. Do you feel mortal? Yes. Do you enjoy loud music? Do, to a degree. Do you feel awkward when you dance in front of others? Very. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder? I do. You ever feel depressed? All the time. You're not alone. You feel relaxed. Right now? Eh. Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you? No. You ever hear your name being called when no one could have called it? Yes. I'm going to take a special note of that one. You always look both ways before crossing the road. No, not a chance. Do you wash your hands every day? Yes. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? I do. I use them anyway. Is winter your favorite season? No, I prefer either fall or spring. I do enjoy winter, but I'd say fall is probably my favorite. You know anyone named Josh? Actually, yes, I do. Are you wondering why that last question is relevant? I wasn't until now, so yes. Are you allergic to any animals? Not that I know of. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? No, thank you. Have you ever been in love? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life? This is talking about in day-to-day life, not in like a sexual, like in the bedroom kind of talk. Probably. Not like completely, but more than others are. Yeah, probably. You feel that you've got too much time on your hands. No, I feel like I don't have enough time on my hands. Can you be easily intimidated by others? No. Are you easily excitable? Very. You enjoy solving complex problems? Actually, I do. Do you have a difficult time relaxing? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? Probably. Yeah, probably. Do you trust easily? No. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? I would. I mean, everybody lies, but I would consider myself to be more honest than dishonest. Have you ever told a lie? Yes. Have you ever lied to your best friend? I'd have to say yes. Because it doesn't say like your now best friend. I have definitely told a lie to my best friend before. But it doesn't ask like whether it was this best friend or if it was a best friend beforehand. So yes, I would say I have. Have you ever lied to your family? Yes. Have you lied about any answers during the session? No. Are you wondering why all of these questions have to do with lying? Now I do, so yes. This is all very useful information. Are you a people pleaser? Yes. Do you enjoy being the center of attention? No, fucking hate it. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? I would think so. Do you frighten easily? I jokingly get frightened at horror games. I get jump scared by a lot of shit that shouldn't jump scare me. Probably. Creepy. That was odd. I wonder what that was about. That's probably a good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to the more gritty questions. This next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion of our session will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of vital choice making. See how you handle your options as you delve deeper into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly. Let's get started. Ooh, the music changed. I like it. You're home alone. It's dark and it's storming outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone's in your house. What do? It says someone's in your house. I mean, probably this, honestly. Why would they knock on the bedroom door, though? I would probably just ask who it is, because, like, why would they knock on my bedroom door if they're gonna kill me? Very interesting choice. Meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches asking if you can spare some change. What do you do? I'd just tell him I've got no change left to offer. Like, I've got nothing else. Both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease. There's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents, and time is of the essence. What do you do? I'd split it. Even if they both may die, but there's also a possibility that they both come out alive. So, split it. That doesn't surprise me. Fuck you. Wait, was that supposed to be condescending? You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside, there's 10 solid bars of gold and a vial of a mysterious liquid. Under the vial, there's a note that says the cure for cancer. What do you do? Keep the gold bars, but give away the cure to cancer. Because I can give away the cure to cancer to like a research facility so they can actually use it, and then I can just keep the gold bars for myself. Like, I don't know whose gold bars they are. They're mine now. What a wasted opportunity. Possibly. Sorry, I know I shouldn't judge. It is what it is. You're stuck alone inside of your house and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food and no one is coming to save you for weeks. The only potential source of food around you is your family pets. What do you do? I would just continue to starve along with them. Like, there's always a possibility we could all survive. Like, I'm not gonna let them eat me, but I'm not gonna kill them. Like, and I'm not doing this. That's just fucking horrible. Like, I would rather kill them and eat my pets than attempt to cut meat from them. Like, that's just horrible. No, I just continue to starve. Why am I not surprised? Your neighbor's home is on fire, a blazing inferno among the smoke emits from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is around in sight. What do you do? Probably do this, honestly. I mean, I would probably call the fire department first, but I'd at least run in and try and help somebody. I like that. You're fast asleep in your bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries from somewhere in your room. You quickly realize it's coming from under your bed. What do you do? It's crying, so probably call out. A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls a watch from his pocket and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out on this earth. What do you do? Let's see. I decline the offer. Cause it would just worry me. Literally, it would just be a constant worry of like, hey, you're gonna die and you never know when it's gonna stop ticking. So I just decline it. You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden someone grips and squeezes your shoulder firmly from behind. What do you do? I've had this actually happen to me multiple times, and I usually just bam. I've done this before. You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do you do? Hey, give it a solid fist bump. No, I'd probably jump out of the water. Like, I would love to say that I would do this, but I'd probably jump the fuck out of the water. Yeah, I'd probably jump out of the bath. You get out of bed and immediately fall down into a deep, dark hole. A man is standing above you, looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin while he watches. You do.
Probably yell for help. Why am I gonna slather myself in fucking lotion?
You're sitting at home, all alone. All of a sudden, your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes, and you know that no one is home. And it couldn't have been a gust of wind. What do you do?
Honestly, I'd probably just like stare at the fucking door.
Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction to tells you that they've had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do?
Just tell them I'm flattered but not interested.
So you're one of those types. Your dog starts randomly barking in the darkest corner of your living room. Doesn't appear to be anything, but your dog insists on escalating to growls. What do you do?
Go extend a feel for anything, probably. Actually, no, I'd just try to calm him down by petting him.
I'm taking note of that. You see a massive
spider in your room the size of your hand. What do you do? Well, I'd probably just try and smash it. I'd probably run away first and then find something. But yeah, I'd probably just try and smash it.
Closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? Ask them for information so they can help you stay out of trouble.
So you can help them stay out of trouble. Try and convince them that they need help.
I see. If you found out that you only had one day left to live, you do.
I'd tell certain people.
I'd tell people that I loved and just try and make the most that I can with them. If one of your pets started speaking to you, told you that they've got a dire warning that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all the ice cream in the freezer, what would you do?
Give them all the ice cream they can handle? Look, if my pet starts speaking and he says, yo, give me the ice cream or I'm gonna die, I'm giving that bitch some ice cream.
Oh, lovely. If all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about mugging you and stealing your money, what would you do?
Tell them that you don't think mugging you is a good idea. It would freak them out so much that they would stop.
That sounds reasonable. Your best friend comes to you and tells you that they just accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What would you do? It is accidentally. I'd try to convince them to turn themselves in, because, like, they did it on accident. Just get our story straight and try and get them off as easy as possible. Oh. You're driving in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure they're okay, but the fact that their head is clearly detached from their body suggests that it's probably just wishful thinking.
I would probably drive away and hope that nobody saw what I did. Because trying to hide the body, like, You're just incriminating yourself by putting fucking fingerprints on them and everything. And the longer you hang around the body, it's the worse. Probably just drive away and hope. Yes, I know you're watching me. Thank you. Interesting how that played out. I think it's time we move on to the next portion of our test. The following questions that shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine you've got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. Get started, shall we? Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? Loved by all. Because if I was feared by all, then the people that I actually care about would fear me, and I don't want that. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? Never get jealous. I hate getting fucking jealous. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or by your friends? By my friends. Would you rather live in space or live under the sea? Neither, but I'd rather do space. I'd rather do space. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? People who need them. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do or get away with something horrible you did but always live in fear of being caught? I'd just go to jail for 5 years. I didn't do it, but it's better than living in fear of being caught and constantly being paranoid about it. I'd rather just go to jail for 5 years. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate but retire comfortably in 10 years from now? Or would you rather have your dream job but have to work until the day you die? I would rather have my dream job forever. Because this is technically my dream job. I would love to fucking stream and make content. I don't think I'd ever be able to give that up. I'd rather have my dream job forever. Would you rather every shirt... What? Oh, would you rather every shirt you'll ever wear to be somewhat itchy or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper? One-ply toilet paper. Just use water and then use the toilet paper to actually dry yourself. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood or have tattoos appear on your body that depict what you did yesterday? Color changing skin. That sounds cool as fuck. I wouldn't like the appearing tattoos because you would be completely covered in tattoos. 1, 2, people don't know what the fuck don't need to know what the fuck I'm doing. Would you rather shit every time you orgasm or orgasm every time you see a dog? I would never stop orgasming because I have so many dogs. I'll take the orgasm shits for 5,000, Alex. If your partner switched bodies with one of your parents and the only way to get to switch back with them was to have sex with one of them, would you rather have sex with your partner in your parent's body or have sex with your partner in your parent in your partner's body? What the fuck is wrong with you? No, seriously, what the fuck is wrong with you? Just answer the question. Sex with my partner because at least I know it's my fucking partner. Oh. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. Fuck you. Oh god, I hate you. I think we've answered enough of these types of questions. I'm sure you'd agree. We're going to end the test with a short series of final questions giving simple answers. We'll get started now. Out of the following options, which number do you like the most? 11. Out of all the following options, which color resonates with you the best at this exact moment? Probably blue. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Least comfortable?
They're scorpions or snakes? I'd probably say snakes. No, snakes are cute. They're scorpions. Snakes are little danger noodles. It's fine. Scorpions. Which is your favorite flavor?
Peanut butter.
Oh, peanut butter mint. Okay, mint. Out of the following options, which do you personally value the most? Family. Always. Out of the following options, which could you live without? Now hear me out. The reason I could live without friends is because the people that I personally get around me, the people that I personally have around me, they are family to me. You're either part of my life or you're not. I could deal without friends because then I would know who's actually loyal and who's not. You're either part of my fucking family or you're not. I enjoy having friends, yes, but I could do without. Out of the following options, which statement is the most accurate?
Caring.
Out of the following options, which are you most afraid of? Losing my loved ones. We're almost finished, but I've got one final question for you. Have you ever punched it? That's the spirit. I hate you. Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. Trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. Trying to keep this as professional as possible. I feel like I have to sneeze. I did in fact have to sneeze, thank you. God, I hate that. Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believed would be in your best interest, to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted far more than anything else in life. Something that is such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing on this earth. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone, doing anything for any person. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded, time can never be earned back, and more time can never be gained. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now imagine not knowing how much money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something that you really needed, and the cashier tells you, "I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that." As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything, ever again. We only have so much time. We have no idea just how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we get to decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd be best spending your time in order to achieve what you really need most at this current stage in your life. Let's see here. Well, for starters, not what I'd call the most normal of individuals. That's a damn good thing. You see, you're a survivor. The type of person who, when push comes to shove, would absolutely thrive and survive in a zombie apocalypse. Not only that, but you'd be everyone's best friend. Not because they'd want to be your friend necessarily, but more because they'd have to be. You have an absolutely ridiculous amount of value to bring to other people's lives, but the main issue here is we're not in a zombie apocalypse. We live in a fairly normal, mundane life, and as special as you would be if the going got rough, your true potential doesn't have much opportunity to shine in day-to-day life. So how do we fix this? I'm glad you asked. For starters, we need to start seeking more thrilling adventures in life. Don't ever let fear stop you from pursuing epic adventures, because epic adventures is where you're going to thrive 10 out of 10 times where many others will falter. My advice to you is to start investing more and more time seeking out different experiences that you've never been involved with before. If something makes you uncomfortable, do not shy away from it. Instead, jump right in head first and say yes. If you can master the art of being comfortable with being uncomfortable, an entirely new world of opportunity is going to open up for you, and you're going to be living life to its full potential while everyone else is stuck in the mud. Once you figure this part out, you're going to be a hell of a lot happier in life. I think you can already feel the truth in that. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. Your secret word is survivor. Remember this word. It'll come in handy.
Okay, leave another comment.
Third and final installment of the series will finally be revealed, but not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experiment is all about yet. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings as it helps shape what we do as we work on future projects to bring the most emotion out of you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. If you wish to support us further, we would love it if you check out our other titles on other games section of the title screen. After playing the test Final Revelation, the third game in the test trilogy, we also have the testing chamber, which is connected to the test trilogy in a very special and unique way. In the meantime, the advisor is another interesting experience that we'd like to recommend. It is great emphasis on player-developer interaction, where you, the player, gets to vote on how the story will be written in future episodes. Your opinions and decisions will have a direct impact on the development process and storyline of the Advisor series, and we'd love to read your ideas, thoughts, and contributions. Again, thank you so much for supporting us on our journey. We truly cannot show your gratitude and appreciation enough for all you do for us. We hope the rest of your day is filled with all the joy and happiness that you deserve.
I absolutely fucking love this studio. I absolutely love this fucking studio. I love these game developers. Random Studios, dude, they're doing really good so far. We've made a list of names of those who supported our projects along the way, and we'll be continuing to extend this list in future titles. Would you like to see them now? I'm gonna say no because the list is long.
Stable, it's a fantasy, it's blasphemy. I holler out loud 'cause I'm crying out in agony. I just wanna help people, yeah, 'cause we all just equal, and we all just fearful, those who deceitful, yeah. But if we all just work hard, yeah, and we let down our guards, yeah, we can open up our hearts and figure out how to heal our scars.